I'm standing in a house that's no longer a home, just four empty walls and the sound of my own breath hit in the air like a question mark, while I try to find a match in the shivering dark. You didn't just pack up your books and your clothes, you took the part of the story that nobody knows. The way that I laughed, the way that I dreamed, to unravel the life that we'd carefully seemed. You took the color right out of the sky, you took the hello and left me the why. I'm a hollowed out shell, I'm a well run and dry, with nothing but salt in the corners of my eyes. Not just the keys or the pictures we had, it's the good in the world turning suddenly bad. You didn't leave a piece for the man I should be. When you walked out that door, you took everything. You took everything. My friends say I'm lucky to have a fresh start, but how do you build on a collapsed heart? You took the security, the I'll see you at 5, the reasons I felt like I was actually alive. I reached for my phone just to tell you a joke, then I taste the ashes and I smell the smoke of the bridge that you burned while I was still crossing. Now I'm just a leaf that the winter is tossing. You took the color right out of the sky, you took the hello and left me the why. I'm a hollowed out shell, I'm a well running dry, with nothing but salt in the corners of my eye. It's not just the keys or the pictures we had, it's the good in the world turning suddenly bad. You didn't leave a piece for the man I should be. When you walked out that door, you took everything. You took the music, you took the light, you took the sleep from the middle of the night. You even took the me that I liked the most and left me behind as my own ghost. Down to the way that I say your name, everything. Even the sun feels like a lie and a shame. I'm looking for something you might have missed, but there's nothing left in the wake of your fist. You took everything. Yeah, you took it all. You didn't slam the door behind, no shattered glass, no warning sign, just quiet steps that faded slow, like love you didn't want to show. I stood there frozen in the frame, still calling out your name, but all I heard was empty air and everything we couldn't repair. I thought you'd turn around somehow, but you never did. Now you walked away like I was easy to leave behind, like we were just a passing time that didn't mean a thing to you. You walked away while I was begging you to stay, holding on to yesterday and everything we used to be. You walked away from me. I kept the pieces where they fell, built a home inside this hell where every memory still lives, and every wound you didn't fix. I try to find a reason why, something I could justify, but love doesn't just disappear unless it was never really here. I gave you more than I could give, but you forgot how love should live. You walked away like I was easy to leave behind, like we were just a passing time that didn't mean a thing to you. You walked away while I was begging you to stay, holding on to yesterday and everything we used to be. You walked away from me. If you had looked me in the eyes and told me truth instead of lies, maybe I could learn to heal. Maybe this wouldn't feel so real. But you chose silence, chose to run before our story was undone. You walked away, and I'm still standing in your place, haunted by your empty space and everything I couldn't save. You walked away, but a part of me still remains, lost inside the love and pain, trying to forget your name. The day you walked away, no last goodbye, no final plea, just you becoming a memory, and me still holding on to what's already gone. I finally took your picture off the shelf, thought it might help me find a bit of myself, but the wallpaper's faded, a ghost of the frame. Even the walls are whispering your name. I scrubbed the floors and I've changed the sheets. I've walked the miles of these lonely streets, but every effort just feels like a stain on the heavy silence of the sudden rain. They say that the healing is supposed to start when you tear the memories right out of your heart. But the fire is out and the ashes are cold, and I'm left with a story that's already told. I've let go of the us and the what used to be, but I can't shake the shadow that's living in me. Everything's gone, but the hurt won't go away. I'm just living in the pain that decided to stay. The world keeps on moving, it's a blur outside, while I'm still tethered to the tears that I've cried. It's not that I want you to walk through that door, I don't even know who we are anymore, but there's a weight in my chest where you used to breathe, a debt that I'm paying since you had to leave. It's a hollow point ache, a slow burn and sting, the bitterest song that a person can sing. They say that the healing is supposed to start when you tear the memories right out of your heart. But the fire is out and the ashes are cold, and I'm left with a story that's already told. I've let go of the us and the what used to be, but I can't shake the shadow that's living in me. Everything's gone, but the hurt won't go away. I'm just living in the pain that decided to stay. emptiest room feels so heavy. Hollowed out space, the pain that remains, the pain that remains. I watched you scrolling through a glowing screen, checking the time and the spaces in between. We were sitting at dinner, but your mind was a mile away, in the future where I didn't have a part to play. Then your phone lit up with a name I didn't know, and I felt the first chill of the coming snow. The way you smiled at a stranger's text was the moment I knew what was coming next. The chair across from me was still occupied, but the version of us had already died. It was the night I became replaceable, a ghost in the light, falling out of your heart in the middle of the night. I was the always, and then I was the past, a temporary shadow that wasn't meant to last. You didn't even have to say the word goodbye. I could see the new reflection in your eye. Yeah, the hardest part of the truth I had to face was seeing how easy I was to replace. I'm still wearing the watch that you bought me in June, while you're humming a brand new and happier tune. I'm a habit breaking the book you've already read, while you're putting someone else in the space in your head. It wasn't a fight and it wasn't a scream, just a slow motion wake up from a beautiful dream. Now I'm just a placeholder, a seat that's been sold, left out in the rain and the bitter and cold. Did you have a backup? Was I just a fix while you were playing your heartbreaking tricks? I thought I was the one, the end of the line, but I was just the until in your grand design. It was the night I became replaceable, a ghost in the light, falling out of your heart in the middle of the night. I was the always, and then I was the past, a temporary shadow that wasn't meant to last. You didn't even have to say the word goodbye. I could see the new reflection in your eye. Yeah, the hardest part of the truth I had to face was seeing how easy I was to replace. So easy to let me go. I was the last one, no. Now I'm just a memory you're trying to erase. The night I became just a face in the space, just someone to replace. I'm watching the sun dip below the line, but the shadows it leaves are uniquely mine. I've closed all the curtains and locked every latch, but a fire like ours doesn't need a new match to burn through through the quiet, to burn through the floor, while I wait for a knock on a dead-bolted door. The stars are just pinpricks of ice in the black, cold little reminders that you aren't coming back. I've checked every corner, I've checked every shelf, but I'm just a ghost in a house by myself. And I'm lost in the rhythm of the endless night, where the morning has forgotten to bring back the light. I'm a clock that's been wound just a little too tight, in a world where forever has vanished from sight. No sunrise to save me, no dawn to appear, just the heavy persistence of you being here. It's a cycle of sorrow, a darkening flight, in the middle of my endless night. I try to sleep through the 2 a.m. chill, but the space where you laid is a hollowed out hill. I'm memorizing the patterns of dust on the pane, and the rhythmic, lonely old song of the rain. It's a midnight that stretches for miles and for years, a saltwater ocean of old-fashioned fears. Does the world keep on turning? Does anyone know that I'm stuck in the place where you first let me go? I'm a pilot who's flying with no ground in view, just a permanent darkness that's shaped like you. And I'm lost in the rhythm of the endless night, where the morning has forgotten to bring back the light. I'm a clock that's been wound just a little too tight, in a world where forever has vanished from sight. No sunrise to save me, no dawn to appear, just the heavy persistence of you being here. It's a cycle of sorrow, a darkening flight, in the middle of my endless night. Still dark, still cold, the same old story being retold. I'm closing my eyes, I'm waiting for light, but it's just the night. Yeah, it's just the endless night. The endless night. You were right there next to me, but something felt so out of reach. Your eyes would drift, your voice would fade, like love was slowly walking away. I tried to hold on to your hand, but you were slipping through my grasp. I felt the distance in your touch, like I was loving you too much. I saw it in the way you would look away, like you were already leaving me that day. I knew you were gone before you said goodbye, before the silence filled the room, before I even asked you why. I felt it in my bones, in every word you didn't say. I was still holding on to you while you were slipping away. I knew you were gone. I knew you were gone. I kept pretending we were fine, ignored the truth between the lines. I called your distance just a phase, while watching love just fade away. Your heart was somewhere I couldn't reach, a place you didn't wanna keep, and every moment that you stayed felt like you were already gone away. I was fighting for us to stay, while you were drifting further away. I knew you were gone before you said goodbye, before the silence filled the room, before I even asked you why. I felt it in I still held on tight, hoping somehow I was wrong, hoping you would stay and fight. But now I'm here alone, with nothing left to say, just a heart that knew the truth. Before you walked away, you didn't have to say a word. I felt it in the silence first. The moment love was over, I knew you were gone. I'm making a habit of holding my breath in a house that is quiet and still as a death. I move through the kitchen, I turn on the tap, just to cover the sound of my world as it snaps. I smile at the neighbors and tell them I'm fine, while I'm tracing the cracks in this heart that was mine. There's a scream in my throat that I'll never let out. I see a forever turned into a drought. I'm a master of shadows, a king of the mask, doing the heavy, invisible task of crying these silent tears in the dark, watching the embers but losing the spark. No one can hear when a soul starts to break. It's a hollowed out rhythm, a ghost of an ache. I'm drowning in water that nobody sees, falling to pieces and down to my knees, without making a sound, without saying goodbye. Just the salt on my skin and a silent tear in my eye. Your name is a secret I keep in my chest, a bird with no wings and a pillaged out nest. I sit in the theater and watch the screen fade, but I'm stuck in a movie that we never made. I don't slam the windows or kick at the wall, I just let the gravity take it all. Sometimes the loudest cry is the one you don't hear, the one that is swallowed by pride and by fear. I'm a desert of silence, a mountain of stone, broken in public but dying alone. Crying these silent tears in the dark, watching the embers but losing the spark. No one can hear when a soul starts to break. It's a hollowed out rhythm, a ghost of an ache. I'm drowning in water that nobody sees, falling to pieces and down to my knees, without making a sound, without saying goodbye. Just the salt on my skin and a silent tear in my Don't wake the ghost, don't mention the part that I'm missing the most. Just the rain on the glass, just the time as it nears. Silent tears. Your name still lights up on my phone, like nothing's changed at all. But every time it starts to ring, I'm staring at the wall. You say you just miss how I've been, like that's an innocent line, but you don't get to check on me after crossing that line. You don't don't get my late night tears or the way I hit the floor. You lost the right to hear my voice when you walked out that door. So don't call anymore. Don't say you still care. You can't unlock the heart you broke just 'cause you're feeling scared. You don't get to love me halfway like you did before. If you're not here to stay this time, don't call anymore. I finally started healing from the damage you left behind, learning how to breathe again without you on my mind. Every hey I've been thinking pulls me back into the pain, like I'm just your safety net when you're lonely in the rain. I was your almost your maybe, your comfort when you're torn, but I won't be the place you run when your new love's gone. So don't call anymore. Don't whisper my name at night. You had your chance to hold me close and you let go of it. You can't keep one foot out the door and one foot on my floor. If you're not choosing all of me, don't call anymore. It hurts to let you fade away, but it hurts more to stay in a cycle of what are we and words you never say. I loved you more than pride, more than I should have sworn. But loving me means showing up, not calling when you're warm. Delete my number slowly, let silence be the cure. 'Cause every time you reach for me, I break a little more. So don't call anymore. Don't say you still feel us. Love isn't just remembering, it's fighting when it's tough. You walked away so easily. I won't beg like before if you're not here to love me right. Don't call anymore. And if you ever miss me, let it echo in your chest, because the sound of your silence is what I need the best. I was watching for shadows, I was watching for storms, for a crack in the ceiling or a change in your forms. I thought that a goodbye would sound like a crash, like a house in a fire, turning slowly to ash. But the morning was quiet, the sunlight was gold, while the greatest of stories was being untold. There was no slamming door, no screaming in the hall, just a leaf in the autumn beginning to fall. I looked at your chair and I looked at your plate, and I realized the silence was already too late. And love fell without a sound, like a feather that's drifting like a feather that's drifting until it hits ground. No thunder to warn me, no lightning to see, just the quietest drift of you leaving me. World didn't shake and the clocks didn't stop, but I felt every floorboard and memory drop while I was still waiting for the battle to be found. Our love fell without a sound. Can you hear that? The sound of the end, the sound of a lover becoming a friend. It's nothing, it's empty, it's just the cold ground. Our love fell without a sound. I'm still setting the table for two. Then I catch the silence and remember it's just me and the view of a garden we planted that's starting to gray, just like the memories I try to keep at bay. I found your old sweater in the back of the hall. It still smells like Sunday, and that's the hardest part of it all. The walls are too wide, the ceiling's too high, and every hello feels like a whispered goodbye. Now I'm just living in the echoes of what we lost, counting the heartbeats and measuring the cost of a love that was steady, then broke like the glass. Watching the ghost of our best moments pass. I'm calling your name into an empty room, waking up early to a house full of gloom, searching for us, but the shadows are crossed in the hollowed out echoes of what we lost. There's a ghost in the kitchen where we used to dance to a song on the radio. We didn't leave it to chance. Now the static is screaming, the signal is weak, and I'm losing the flavor of the words that you'd speak. I saw your car turning, but it wasn't you, just a trick of the light and a heart that's still blue. They say time is a healer, but time is a thief, stealing the joy and leaving the grief. I trade every tomorrow for one yesterday before the forever just drifted away. I'm still living in the echoes of what we lost, counting the heartbeats and measuring the cost of a love that was steady, then broke like the glass. Watching the ghost of our best moments pass. I'm calling your name into an empty room, waking up early to a house full of gloom, searching for us, but the shadows are crossed in the hollowed out echoes of what we lost. Lost in the sound, just a shadow on the ground. I'm still listening for you. hear your voice in quiet rooms, a fading echo of perfume, your footsteps lost in yesterday, but somehow never drift away. I keep the lights on by the door, like you might walk in like before, but hope's a fragile breaking flame, and I'm the one who stays the same. Every night I close my eyes, but you're the dream I can't deny. I'm still calling your name, through the silence, through the pain, like a whisper in the dark, trying to find where you are. But the distance never fades, and my heart still disobeys. Even knowing you're gone, I keep holding on. I'm still calling your name. Your shadow dances on the wall, and every tear that starts to fall, I try to bury what we were, but love won't fade, it only hurts. I wear your memory like a scar, a broken map of who we are, and every road I try to take just leads me back to yesterday. I tell myself to let you go, but you're the only home I know. I'm still calling your name, through the silence, through the pain, like a whisper in the dark, trying to find where you are. But the distance never fades, and my heart still disobeys. Even knowing you're gone, I keep holding on. I'm still calling your name. If I scream into the night, will it reach you where you lie? Or will my words just fall apart, like the pieces of my heart? I would trade these endless days for one last chance to hear you say that you never walked away. I'm still calling your name, though the world's not the same. Every breath that I take is a chance that might break, but I won't let you fade. Even time can't erase all the love that remains. So I'm still calling your name in the quiet, in the rain. I'll forever be calling your name. I'm standing in a room full of people I've known for years, sharing the laughter and hiding the taste of the tears. They ask how I'm doing, I give them the script and the lines. I'm moving on steady, I'm doing remarkably fine, but they only see the surface, the armor, the face. They don't see the hollow that's taking up all of the space. I'm a book written in a language that nobody speaks, and the ink is starting to fade from my weathered cheeks. 'Cause you were the only person who actually knew the boy behind the curtain, the shade of the blue. You knew why I'm quiet when the clock strikes 4, and the secret reasons I double bolt the door. Now I'm a stranger to everyone left in this town, searching for the one who could pull the mask down. I'm lost in the crowd and it's plain to sit until 3. Nobody there knows what those windows meant to me. They don't know the story of the scar on my wrist, or the names of the dreams that I've had to dismiss. I'm explaining myself over and over again to friends who are kind, but they're only just men. They love the version of me that is easy to hold, but you love the pieces that were broken and cold. It's like I'm a puzzle with the main piece gone, trying to convince the world I'm still carrying on. But how do I exist when the witness is dead, when the only one who understood the things I never said has walked out the light and into the gray? I'm disappearing a little more every day. Explain everything, the way I take my coffee, the way I start to sing. It's exhausting being new to the world again. I'm just a ghost without a friend. The only one who knew was you. You didn't slam the door that night, didn't even raise your voice. You just stood there in the half-lit room, like leaving was your only choice. No final fight, no last embrace, no tears to recommend. Silence hanging in the air. You left without an ending. I waited for the words to fall, for something clear and true, but all you gave was I don't know, and walked away from us and you. You left without an ending. No closure, no goodbye, broken conversation and a question asking why. Now I'm stuck between the pages of a story we began, trying to find the final line. You never had the heart to hand. You didn't say it was over. You left without an ending. Your shadow still inside this house, your laughter in these walls. Every corner holds a memory that doesn't want to fall. I replay our last moment like it might explain the truth, but silence is a cruel reply when I'm still in love with you. Was I supposed to read your mind? Was I too blind to see? Or did you slowly drift away while standing next to me? You left without an ending, like love could just erase, like all the nights we held each other could be replaced. We were sending. least I'd know the truth. If you would let your heart break loud, I know what I should do. But unfinished love is heavier than any final fall, because I'm still here hoping you'll come back and end it all. I'm still staring at your name on a screen that doesn't ring, waiting for a message that might mean something. You left without an ending, and I'm lost inside the pause between the almost forever and the just because. Now every time I close my eyes, I see where you were standing. You didn't say you didn't love me. You left without an ending. And the hardest part of losing you is not knowing where it ends. When you leave without an ending. I've been staring at the bandages for 1,000 days, waiting for the sting to finally pull away. I've read the books on moving on and letting go, but the seeds of after just refuse to grow. I'm a garden in the winter, a clock with a broken gear. I'm stuck in the second that you weren't here. They say that the body knows just what to do to mend all the pieces that were broken by you, but the skin won't close and the ache won't end. I've forgotten the language of how to be a friend, and I forgot how to heal. I forgot how to mend. I'm a circle of sorrow with no beginning or end. I'm a wound that stays open, a heart that stays blue, because the only medicine I ever knew was you. I'm a bird with a wing that's forgotten the sky, just a permanent hello to a final goodbye. I'm a lesson in hurting, a master of feel, but I forgot how to heal. I tried a new city, I tried a new name, but the ghost in the mirror looks exactly the same. I'm a house with no roof in a pouring down rain, trying to find a shelter from the memory of pain. It's like my cells have memorized the way you left the room, and now they're just waiting for a secondary doom. Is there a doctor? Is there a saint who can wash out the colors of this heavy gray paint? I'm tired of the almost, I'm tired of the try. I'm just a hollowed out version of a once upon a guy, and I forgot how to heal. I forgot how to mend. I'm a circle of sorrow with no beginning or end. I'm a wound that stays open, a heart that stays blue, because the only medicine I ever knew was you. I'm a bird with a wing that's forgotten the sky, just a permanent hello to a final goodbye. I'm a lesson in hurting, a master of feel, but I forgot how to heal. Still stinging, still wide, nowhere left for spirit to hide. The scars didn't form, the blood didn't dry. I'm just a permanent cry. Yeah, I forgot how to heal. No, I forgot how to heal. I forgot how to heal. It's been a while since you walked away, but nothing here has really changed. Your echo lingers in my mind, like you're still here, just hard to find. I try to bury all the pain, convince myself I'd be okay, but every time I hear your name, my heart just breaks the same. They say that time can heal a wound, but mine still bleeds for you. No matter how I try to hide it, it always finds the truth. I still hurt the same every night, every day, like the moment you left me here never fades away. I still call your name in the dark, in the rain, even though you're long gone now. I still hurt the same. I see your face in strange eyes, hear your voice in lullabies. Every memory pulls me back to everything we lacked. I try to live alone and make this empty place a home, but every step I take feels wrong, like I don't belong. I thought that I'd be stronger now, that I'd have found my way, but all I found was how to hide the tears I cry each day. I still hurt the same every night, every day, like the moment you left me here never fades away. I still call your name in the dark, in the rain, even though you're long gone now. I still hurt the same. If healing means forgetting you, then I don't wanna heal, 'cause every scar you left behind is proof of something real. But living like this every night feels like I'm slowly breaking between holding on to love and a heart that's barely waking. I still hurt the same. Through the tears, through the pain, every smile that I pretend just hides it all again. I still call your name, even though it's in vain. You're a love I can't undo, and I still hurt the same. So I'll carry this forever, like a storm I cannot run, 'cause losing you was something I'll never overcome. You didn't raise your voice or slam the door. You didn't leave a mess across the floor. You sat me down and held my trembling hand, like you were helping me to understand that the house we built was leaning in the wind, and you were just the one to let it end. I almost wish you'd given me a scar, something loud to match the breaking of my heart. But your kindness is a blade I didn't see, cutting every single tie to you and me. You broke me gently, piece by tiny piece, with a soft I'm sorry and a slow release. You didn't tear the pages, you just closed the book and gave me back the light. killed me with a sweet and gentle goodbye. The light in your eyes didn't flicker or fade. It just turned to a cool and a permanent shade. You told me I'm wonderful, told me I'm strong, while you packed up the place where I thought I belonged. No jagged edges, no bitter debris, just a polite way of saying you're finished with me. A storm would have been easier to weather than this slow unraveling of forever. You handled my heart like it was made of glass, only to leave it on the morning grass. To make me cry, while you killed me with a sweet and gentle goodbye. So soft, so kind, the most beautiful ghost you could leave behind. You broke me gently, yeah. You broke me gently. We started like a perfect line, two hearts that fell in time. Every promise felt so true, every dream was me and you. I never thought I'd see the day when love would slowly fade away, but somewhere in your distant eyes I saw the end we couldn't fight. I held on tighter as you slipped, like love was something I could fix. I loved you into the last goodbye, into the moment you let us die. I held your hand as it let go, felt your heart turn cold and slow. I stayed until there was nothing left, gave you every final breath. Now I'm lost in asking why. I loved you into the last goodbye. Heard the silence in your voice, like leaving me was now your choice. Every word you couldn't say still pushed my heart further away. I tried to be enough for you, to hold together what we knew, but love can't live where only one is fighting when the other's done. I was still calling out your name while you were walking out of the flame. I loved you into the last goodbye, into still learning how to survive with all this love that has no place, still written on my heart like a trace. And even if I let you go, there's something you should always know. I would have loved you all my life, beyond that last goodbye. You said goodbye, but I stayed loving you. I'm staring at the coffee cup, still sitting on the stand, the ghost of where you used to rest, your heavy leaning hand. There's no note on the counter, no message on the phone, just the sudden freezing realization that I'm here alone. The door didn't slam and the floor didn't creak. You left before the sorry could even find my cheek. How do you close a book when the last page is torn? How do you face the gray of a midwinter morn? I'm reaching for the static, I'm reaching for the light, but you slip like a secret through the middle of the night. And now I'm a wanderer, a bird in the sky, trying to find my soul without any goodbye. No closure, no comfort, no final, I'm done. Just the eclipse of the heart and a darkening sun. Without a goodbye, I walk to the station, I walk to the park, looking for your footprint in the soft of the dark. I asked the wind if it saw where you went, but it only blew back the perfume and the scent of a life that was finished before it was through, leaving me stranded in the me without you. Give me a shout, give me a scream, anything to wake me from this terrible dream. A slam shut window, a don't come back is better than this silence, this fade into black. And now I'm a wanderer, a bird in the sky, trying to find my soul without any goodbye. No closure, no comfort, no final, I'm done. Just the eclipse of the heart and a darkening sun. I'm a map with no legend, a heart with no why, left in the hollow of a missing goodbye. My soul is a phantom, a beautiful lie, wandering without a goodbye. Wait, did you hear that? Nothing at all, just the sound of the dust as it hits the wall. I'm still here, waiting for the bite, but the soul, yeah, the soul, it doesn't know how to die without a goodbye. No goodbye, no goodbye. You said I did nothing wrong, said I was perfect, honestly, but somehow perfect wasn't enough to make you stay with me. You held my hand so gently while while tearing us apart. Like breaking me was easier than breaking your own heart. You kept saying you deserve the best, like I was finally free. But if I was everything you wanted, why wasn't it me? It was everyone else. It was time and it was dreams. It was I need space. It was it's not what it seems. You said I'm amazing, said I set you free. Maybe I was everything, just not me. Not the one you fight for, not the one you choose. I was everything you wanted, just not the one you'd lose. You talk about forever like it's still your favorite word, but when it came to loving me forever felt absurd. Replay every memory, looking for a sign. Where did your heart start drifting while I was calling you mine? You said you'll find someone, like that should comfort me. But I don't want someone, I wanted to be the one you see. It was everyone else, it was fear, it was change. It was I'm just confused, like love's a guessing game. You said I'm unforgettable, said you'll always care for me. Maybe I was everything, just not me. Not the one you hold on to when it's hard to breathe. I was everything you needed, just not the one you'd keep. And that's the kind of heartbreak that lingers in your chest, when you know you gave your all but still weren't what they chose. It's easier to be hated than softly set aside, because almost feels heavier than a clean goodbye. I would've fought for us through every storm and sea, but you were fighting everything except losing me. It was everyone else, every reason but truth, every excuse that kept you safe from choosing me and you. You said I'll make someone happy, said they'll be lucky, you'll see. Maybe I was everything, just not me. Now you're always, now you're last, just a love you let pass. Because I was everything, just not me. And that's what breaks me quietly. I was enough, just not for you. I've deleted your number, I've cleared out the drawer. I don't wait for your headlights to shine on the door. My mind has accepted that we're finally through. I've taught my own shadow to live without you. But logic is easy and reason is kind. It's the part in my chest that I'm leaving behind. I can tell my reflection that I'm doing fine, that I've moved the boxes and redrawn the line. But the muscle that's beating doesn't listen to me. It's still locked in a prison where you have the key. Because my heart still remembers the way that you laughed. It's still tracing the lines of our old photograph. My head knows you're gone and my eyes are undropping. My pulse is a traitor that won't say goodbye. It remembers the rhythm of your hand in mine, like a melody frozen in moments of time. The world has moved on and the seasons have changed, but my heart still remembers everything we arranged. I walked past the cafe, the one on the bend. I told myself, look, it's just wood and a friend. But my chest started tightening, a fit just couldn't shake. It's a cellular memory, a deep-rooted scar that knows exactly how perfect we are. Forget the December we spent in the rain. Forget all the secrets and forget all the pain. I'm pleading with heaven to let it go black, to give me my heartbeat and my silence back, because my heart still remembers the way that you laugh. It's still tracing the lines of our old photograph. My head knows you're gone and my eyes have run dry, but my pulse is a traitor that won't say goodbye. It remembers the rhythm of your hand in mine, like a melody frozen in moments of time. The world has moved on and the seasons have changed, but my heart still remembers everything we arranged. My brain says it's over, my soul says it's done, but this beat in my chest